Welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Ainsley Ehlers.
And I'm Adrian Ellis.
Auburn University will make several operational adjustments in response to emerging health scenarios in Lee County, Alabama, and across the county. The operational changes effective immediately and applicable through Monday, January 4th, 2021 are as follows. Events with more than 50 attendees are not permitted. This does not apply, however, to athletic events or academic classroom settings. All university travel is suspended. Any exceptions will be made at the discretion of the executive vice president or provost. All operational changes are informed by health trends in our community and state and may be adjusted if scenarios change or new information becomes available. Continued cooperation and adherence to important safety protocols remain essential.
Auburn University has reached a number of 22 new cases on campus this week, bringing the total amount of confirmed cases to 1,954 for the university. In addition, Lee County experienced 326 new cases in the past 7 days. This brings the county's total to 5,337 cases since September 8th. This includes 50 confirmed deaths and 14 probable deaths. East Alabama Medical Center also reported 225 hospitalizations with 35 ventilators in use in the last 7 days. Auburn's Centennial Testing Program, which consists of voluntary testing asymptomatic students, faculties, and staff, conducted 727 tests last week and has a 0.83 positivity rate.
For the spring semester, Auburn has decided to take over control of the Centennial Testing Program from Guidesafe. The program will be facilitated by the Harrison School of Pharmacy's Care Clinic. Some of the changes Auburn will implement in the spring are that all on-campus students, faculty, and staff will automatically be registered to participate in testing. Same-day test results will be available. Auburn's Centennial Testing Program will also use rapid COVID-19 testing technology, allowing for a faster campus response. COVID-19 protocols will be triggered sooner by offering same-day test results and removing third parties from the testing program. They hope to streamline the notification process and increase the efficiency and effectiveness of quarantine, isolation, and contact tracing. If you are invited, your participation will still remain optional. However, the university still highly encourages you to consider how your participation can impact the broader campus health.
A group of Auburn students, faculty, and residents continue their protest for equality at Toomer's Corner. Eagle Eye's own Laney Mayfield has more in the story.
Black Lives Matter. Jesus stands for the oppressed. And stop racism now. Are some of the side citizens in downtown Auburn see this protest group behind me holding? Toomer's Corner City has conducted their peaceful protest every day for well over 5 months. I spoke to the organizer of the movement and discovered that this protest is more than what the eyes can see.
You may see them on the corner of downtown Auburn holding up signs, waving at passerbys, and sometimes you may even see them dancing. But citizens in Auburn can rest assured that this is no ordinary protest. When Auburn University research professor Kelly Thompson began a solo peaceful protest, she had no idea that it would turn into a daily routine. She says she was inspired by protesters in the Auburn Opelika area who were outraged by the killing of George Floyd.
It was the day after the really big protest that had happened down here in this town, and I was very moved by the presence of everyone showing up the day before, and there was something about it that I knew I just didn't want it to stop.
Auburn University alumni Demetrius Nolan Watts joined Thompson and brought signs. The two were accompanied by another woman from a neighboring county, as well as by local artist Bay Kelly, who said the group established lifelong friendships for him.
We not only have developed this really familial relationship with each other that requires very little effort, just sort of a common cause, but then we've also developed this whole neighborhood corner kind of vibe, and I love it.
The group protests daily from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. But Thompson said as days dwindle down and nightfall sets, Hunks from supporters and visits from members of the community provides encouragement every step of the way. It is a tradition to keep track of the days the group protests. Thompson says she collects the data of positive and negative feedback from some onlookers. She said the group does not let negative comments discourage them.
We've been called terrorists, we've been called un-American, we've had a lot of birds tossed our way, but those we just let roll off our back, right? Because they're humming down at the bottom. The negatives, they never really have too much of an impact, because that's the big impact. It's the positive stuff that we carry with us.
Now, I spoke with Thompson earlier, and she said that she plans to continue the protest throughout the winter months. She said she's going to wear her boots and gloves and continue to spread the word on racial equality throughout America. Reporting for Eagle Eye TV, Laney Mayfield.
The Alabama Attorney General's office announced the indictment of Lee County District Attorney Brandon Hughes last week on ethics, theft, and perjury charges. On November 6th, Brandon Hughes was indicted by a Lee County special grand jury, and he was charged with violating the State Ethics Act, conspiracy to commit first-degree theft, and first-degree perjury. Hughes was indicted on 5 counts of violating the State Ethics Act. His goal was to use his position in the government for his personal gain, which included hiring private attorneys with public funds. He is also charged with illegally hiring his 3 children to work for the Lee County District Attorney's office. Lastly, he was charged with illegally using the authority of his office for personal gain.
We'll be right back with a recap of this past week in Auburn sports.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader. Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Kayla Evans. Tonight we have a short preview for Auburn's home game this weekend, details on Auburn soccer, SEC tournament games, and more. After 2 bye weeks, the Auburn Tigers are back in action this Saturday, where they will take on the Tennessee Volunteers in Jordan-Hare Stadium. The Tigers had their normally scheduled bye week 2 weeks ago and then had an unexpected bye week last week when their matchup against Mississippi State was postponed due to positive COVID-19 tests and subsequent quarantining of Mississippi State players. But after 2 weeks off, the Tigers are ready to play. Tennessee and Auburn are meeting for the 54th time with Auburn leading the matchup 28-22-3. Auburn has won 6 out of the last 7 meetings, but UT won the last meeting 30-24 in the 2018 season. That was UT's first win at Auburn since the Bulls' 1998 championship season. Kickoff for the Tigers Volunteer matchup is set for 6 p.m. in Jordan-Hare Stadium. The game will be the annual Military Appreciation Game as well as the homecoming game. The game can be found on ESPN. Most of the seats have been given to students, but remaining sections were offered to donors and season ticket holders of 25 years or more. Every spectator in the stadium will be required to wear a mask at all times and are encouraged to follow one-way traffic in the stairs and on the concourse area. Students have been assigned to a color section and are required to enter in the respective gate and will be required to show their green screen from a Guidesafe. After the Tigers matchup against the Volunteers this weekend, they are set to play three more games, including 2 December games. Next weekend, the Tigers will travel to Tuscaloosa, where they will try to win a second straight Iron Bowl. That game will kick off at 2:30 from Bryant-Denny Stadium on Saturday, November 28th. After that, the Tigers will come back home to take on the Texas A&M for a December 5th home game. Kickoff time for that game has yet to be announced. Auburn will wrap up their regular fall season on December 12th, where they will take on Mississippi State in Starkville. Auburn soccer played in the SEC soccer tournament this weekend, taking on Georgia and Arkansas. In the match against Georgia, the game went to double overtime, and then freshman midfielder Mallory Mooney scored the golden goal in the opening seconds of double overtime as Auburn defeated Georgia 2-1 in the second round of the SEC soccer tournament on Sunday night. Mooney scored on a cross from Alyssa Mallinson into the back of the net just 14 seconds into the second overtime period. This goal was the first of her career and sent Auburn to the SEC tournament quarterfinals for the first time since 2016. The win advanced the Tigers to the next round, where they took on the top-seeded Arkansas, where they battled back from the 4-goal deficit, but ultimately came up just short, dropping the SEC tournament quarterfinal contest 4-3 Tuesday night in Orange Beach, Alabama. Auburn's fall season comes to an end with the result in Orange Beach, and the Tigers will now await details of its spring season. Auburn basketball is right around the corner, and exciting things are happening. The Tigers are a very young team, as the roster has 0 seniors and only 3 juniors. Head coach Bruce Pearl said the team has so many new guys, but their strength is in their depth. Pearl mentioned that the biggest challenge for his freshmen is learning how to defend, since a lot of the new players are stronger on the offense than defense. Auburn will participate in the Fort Myers tip-off during Thanksgiving, where they will take on St. Joseph's on Thanksgiving Day, and they will then play the next day on Friday, November 27th, where they will play the number 1 ranked Gonzaga. The Tigers then begin their regular season November 30th against UCF in Orlando. The Tigers will return home in December for home games, where students can enter a raffle to get tickets. This is to keep the number of students limited and to avoid long, crowded lines outside of Auburn Arena. Auburn students should check their Auburn email for more information. That wraps up tonight's sports recap. For more Auburn sports, follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports and check out our website at eagleeyeauburn.com. I'm Kayla Evans, and this has been your Eagle Eye Sports segment.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6.
Auburn residents will now have an opportunity to get out and about downtown, as parking will be free during Auburn University's winter break. The period will last from November 25th to January 10th. Take advantage of the free parking as you shop, dine, and explore downtown Auburn this holiday season.
Auburn's leadership organization Emerge is helping students develop important leadership and career skills. Eagle Eye's Andy Huling sat down with them to talk about the organization and upcoming events.
I'm Andy Huling of Eagle Eye TV, and I'm joined by Austin Blanton of Auburn's Emerge program. Austin, thank you for joining us today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Austin, so for those who don't know about Emerge, can you tell us a little bit about your organization and what you do for it?
Definitely. So Emerge is Auburn's student-led student leadership development program. It has 3 different curriculum phases that lead you through really finding yourself as a leader and learning how you can impact your campus. My role in Emerge is the Executive Vice President of Curricular Programs, and I oversee the programs outside of our curricular phases that provide leadership development opportunities for the Auburn community, such as Leadership, Discover Retreat, and Leadership Lunch and Learn workshops.
You said that you've got a lot of stuff coming up, and can you tell us a little bit about the programs and events that Auburn students can participate in?
Definitely. So one thing we're really excited to introduce this year is the Discover Retreat, which I mentioned earlier. And this will be in the beginning of February, and it's a weekend-long retreat focused on helping people discover their leadership story, helping them get the resources, knowledge, and skills necessary to really make an impact on campus and really get involved. We've also got applications open for Explore Spring, which is a condensed version of our first phase of curriculum, where you learn about yourself as a leader, your values, how you interact with groups, and how you can use that group interaction to make an impact on your community. We've also got our Leadership Lunch and Learn workshop series as well.
So you talked a little bit about those organizations. So how long have y'all been running on campus?
Definitely. So I believe Emerge has been here, I want to say 5 years so far.
Awesome. So for students who are looking to get involved with your organization, how can they access you, and what platforms do you have available?
Yeah, so we've got, of course, AU Involve. If you're interested, check out our AU Involve page. We've got information on all of our different phases, programs, opportunities, resources, all of that good stuff. We've also got a social media, including Instagram and Facebook, so follow us on there if you want some more information. And I believe if you sign up on AU Involve, you can also access our Emerge newsletter.
Austin, I want to thank you for joining us. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome.
Auburn University's long history of helping mold the state's physicians of tomorrow continues this semester with a talented group of students ready to dedicate themselves to serving their local communities through the Rural Medicine Program, or RMP. As part of a collaboration with the University of Alabama School of Medicine, Auburn's RMP serves as a crucial first step for students transitioning from the undergraduate realm to medical school. Through Auburn's program, students who want to become physicians in rural areas of Alabama can receive streamlined instruction in key subjects like biology, gain practical experience via lab sessions, and by working in clinics and learn what to expect from medical school.
Poets and Quants has ranked the Auburn Online MBA in the Harvard College of Business among the top 10 programs nationwide for a fourth consecutive year. The Auburn Online MBA is number 8 for Best Online MBA Program of 2021, maintaining its 2020 ranking. The program first entered the top 10 in 2018. Poets and Quants ranking is based on school and alumni surveys regarding admission standards, academic experience, and career outcome. Alumni rated their satisfaction with the quality of the faculty and their fellow students. They also reported career and salary gains and their overall satisfaction with the school, helping them achieve their goals. Auburn began offering a distance Master's of Business Administration degree in 1989, making it one of the nation's oldest enrollments, has increased steadily since the program began. In 2020, fall semester incoming class with the largest in the program history. Dr. Jan Kavuk-Jean, Associate Professor in the Harrison School of Pharmacy Department of Health Outcome Research and Policy, has been elected as the President-elect for the Associates of Diabetes Cares Education Specialists, or ADCES. The ADCES is an interdisciplinary professional membership organization dedicated to improving pre-diabetes, diabetes, cardiometabolic care through innovative education management and supports. Kavokjian, who has been a member of the organization for 13 years, has previously served on the board of directors. A National Diabetes Prevention Program lifestyle coach, Kavokjian, has been teaching national DPP classes for people with pre-diabetes and conducting training in motivational interviewing for national DPP lifestyle coaches. Kavokjian will serve as the ADCES President-elect in 2021, President in 2022, and immediate past President in 2023.
He isn't as big as a whale, but Moby does have the cute factor going for him. Our Pet of the Week, Moby, is a sweet boy who is ready for a new adventure with you. Maybe you can sail the 7 seas together. He'd honestly just be happy with exploring your house and then curling up with you while you watch a movie. He enjoys talking to you whenever possible and is one of the first to greet you as soon as you walk through the door. Moby is 4 months old, neutered, vaccinated, and microchipped. He's FIV negative and his adoption fee is only $10. Apply online for him today.
That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to follow us on social media and all these stories and more. From all of us at Eagle Eye, have a relaxing holiday break. We'll see you next year. I'm Adrian Ellis.
And I'm Ainsley Ehlers. Thanks for watching in War Eagle.